Hello internet viewers, I'm the Fairly OddGamer. Well, we promised to bring you one last video to end it off for the year, and not to mention, this year happens to be the 40th anniversary of the Italian plumber. So to celebrate the occasion, I think it's best we take a break from the games and talk about what Mario was like in other sources of media. You know, what Mario was like outside the games.
Interesting. Where do you want to start? There's tons to go over.
Well, if you want to go back to the beginning, let's go back in time to 1988 in Japan with Super Mario Burazazu Pichihime Kiyosutsu Dai Sakusen. Or as it's translated in English, Super Mario Brothers, The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach.
Outside of a small segment on the Saturday Supercade, this was the first piece of animation to star everybody's favorite plumber, releasing just 1 year after the original Super Mario Bros., but only in Japan.
We start with Mario playing a Famicom game, that's the Japanese equivalent of the NES, as Princess Peach pops out of the TV after being chased by Koopas and Spinies in said TV. But little does she know that every enemy from the original Super Mario Bros. Has also escaped the TV.
Including the big man himself, King Koopa. Alright Mario, show him what you got.
Well, that was easy. Come along, Peach.
Mario regains his consciousness as Bowser, with Peach in hand, teleports back to the TV.
Well, that was a short movie. Anyway, on to the next.
Nah, it doesn't end there. Mario explains what happens to his younger brother Luigi, and Big Shock, he doesn't believe him.
But Mario finds Peach's necklace as we get an anime-style movie opening. And by the way, this song makes no sense.
Okay, seriously, what is this song even about? I know anime themes tend to not have much relation to the show, but when the theme song to Baka and Test makes more sense, I think you've got a problem there.
As Mario and Luigi work at a grocery store, wait, aren't they supposed to be plumbers? Mario still has Princess Peach on the brain, but Luigi discovers that the jewel hanging from Peach's necklace is a mystical gem from Toad that was passed down generations ago.
Yeah, Luigi's a treasure hunter in this version, and he wears yellow. Kinda reminds me of somebody else. Anyway, this dog steals Peach's necklace and they chase him to this guy.
Oh, and remember the song that made no sense? Well, it's back. Were they trying to make it Oscar bait? If they had one in Japan?
I'm still trying to figure out Gandalf the White here. Seriously, who is that?
So Gandalf, I mean the Mushroom Sage, tries to tell Mario and Luigi what's going on with the Koopa Kingdom and Peach, but Mario and Luigi don't give a care in the world. Okay then, Luigi doesn't give a care in the world.
Wow, Luigi's a jerk.
It turns out Bowser, or King Koopa in this version, is using black magic to change the inhabitants into bricks and horsetail trees. And of course, it's up to Mario and Luigi to restore peace to the Mushroom Kingdom and save Princess Peach from the evil hands of Bowser.
As foretold in the prophecy, apparently.
You must traverse through Crystal Lake and survive the horrors of Jason Voorhees.
Now that would be awesome.
At least it'll be better than that Friday the 13th game on the NES.
Actually, that's when Bowser plans to marry Peach, which makes Mario very angry. Jeez, could you imagine Mario packing heat in the games? The sage tells Mario and Luigi that in order to stop Bowser, they must obtain the 3 power-ups: the mushroom, the fire flower, and the star. And the sage finally sends off Mario, Luigi, and the dog for some reason to save Princess Peach.
Montage time!
Okay, that was pretty funny.
From here on, the movie plays out more or less like you'd expect. Mario and Luigi head out on their adventure and encounter a bunch of enemies from the game, usually finding some way to get into trouble at every turn.
Like Goombas drawing Luigi to a mushroom path. I think he needs an intervention.
Or a giant paratroopa trying to feed them to its baby birds? This movie's weird.
Luckily, Mario finds the mushroom power-up by climbing up a mountain where he retrieves it. And more gold for Luigi. At this rate, why can't Luigi just buy out the Koopa Kingdom?
At least he's not as rich as I am.
Actually, those coins turn into toads, because that totally makes sense.
Black magic coins, everyone! But the Toad God gives them the actual mushroom power-up.
Montage time again. Roll that stock footage!
After encountering the Goombas again, they find themselves in a poppy field-like garden of piranha plants trying to eat Mario, Luigi, and the dog. This leaves them with one option. Run away! Run away! They then find a Lakitu throwing spinies at our heroes, all of them being terrible shots. But Lakitu uses Mother Nature to force these spinies to grow, resulting in our heroes perfecting the Joestar family's secret technique.
But then Vine Ex Machina and Mario steals Lakitu's cloud and buries the spinies under a pile of snow.
Eventually, the snow melts into a flower bed as the Toad God returns, this time with the Fire Flower power-up. Anyway, seriously? Another montage?
Oh, come on! Oh, and this one has product placement. But then the Goombas lure our heroes in a cave via a trail of gold coins. It's a trap! And it turns out that the so-called wedding is happening tonight. So wait, it's Friday the 13th already? Nani? TF? Meanwhile, Bowser's trying to get tender with Peach, and to distract him, I guess, she makes him ship-shaped into a dear God, what is that?
Oh, how could this get any worse? Why did I do that?
Oh, so this was Ursula's first job before The Little Mermaid.
Bowser transforms into a remarkable plushie, I mean a teddy bear, and Peach locks him in a tiny chest, which he easily escapes from. Peach tells Bowser that Mario will be coming for her, but Bowser tells her the bad news about Mario being captured, making Peach cry. And not gonna lie, this daydream sequence with Mario and Peach is pretty touching, and not just the song.
Luigi interrupts Mario's fantasies to tell him he found a way to escape the cave, and that's exactly what they do after being chased by a hammer bro.
Luigi's upset because the gold he mined for turned to rocks. Man, and I thought Charlie Brown had the worst luck. While dumping said rocks into the ocean, he also dumps, by accident, the star power-up needed to defeat Bowser. And of course, Mario and the dog dive in. Except for Luigi, who can't swim. But don't worry, at least he won't disintegrate into thin air. Mario and the dog swim over to the star, but then suddenly...
Good feelings gone.
After being chased by Cheep Cheeps, they find the star in a clam. Quick, throw a peanut at it!
In a realistic world, they should be saying...
Yeah, this movie where two Italian treasure hunters save a princess and a kingdom full of mushrooms from a giant shape-shifting turtle dragon is really losing me on the realism.
After trying to coax the clam, what is it with this movie and ballerinas? They finally get their hands on the Invincibility Star. They hide in a sunken ship from a cheat sheep as they try to escape a realistic blooper.
Move over, Pirates of the Caribbean. I think someone has you beat for best giant squid attack. They get the boat to fly by blowing on the sail. I don't know. And they head to Bowser's castle.
Hello, Moon.
You and your big mouth, Mario. So Bowser gets ready for the wedding while his minions reenact Sleeping Beauty.
Why do they make Peach look like a mannequin doll? And also, what kind of religion requires the priest to speak old-timey and carry maracas?
Maybe it's part of that church Tom Cruise joined.
But Peach and Bowser's minions spot Mario and the gang on a crumbling airship as they literally crash the wedding. Mario the Wedding Crasher, everyone! Bowser insists on continuing the wedding in a private room, trapping our heroes in the main hall, only for Mario and the dog to find a crack on the wall to go through.
I knew I should have fixed that trap wall before the wedding.
You know, you kinda suck at this.
What was that?
He said it.
What?
I'll give this movie credit, at least it matches the castle levels in the game very well.
Except for the enormous wooden gears. That's a new addition. And so is whatever this is.
And when did the Goombas ever have retractable arms?
I did always wonder how they could hold a baseball bat.
By sheer dumb luck, Luigi ends up flooding the area, extinguishing the flames in the fire room.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, we actually get a Luigi bath scene.
Not only does this room crumble down, but they thankfully crash the wedding again, this time by castle demolition. Mario finds Princess Peach only to be stopped by Bowser, but good thing the dog is here to bite Bowser. Mario then eats the mushroom and fire flower, but like his brother, he also drops the star power-up.
Peach pleads to be Bowser's bride in exchange for Mario's life, but thankfully Luigi is actually useful this time as he finds the star and feeds it to Mario.
And the moral of the story is, I win.
Not really.
What?
Mario lifts Bowser as he starts attacking him with his fists?
He then takes him by the tail, Mario 64 style.
So long, Bowser!
So Mario saves the day and returns Peach's necklace. Then we get a twist I legitimately did not see coming.
So remember the dog that helped Mario and Luigi throughout the whole adventure? Well...
Oh no, he's hot!
Yeah, it turns out the dog was actually Haru, prince of the neighboring Flower Kingdom, not the one from Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And he's also Peach's betrothed.
Pretty lights.
And that's it. Credits roll. Movie's over.
It's not over yet!
The old lady wants ingredients for an apple pie, but then...
So that was the first feature-length movie based on a video game. Could you tell?
At least it's faithful to the original source material, but that's just the beginning. 3 years later, we Americans got our own Mario cartoon. Somewhat. With that said, let's take a look at the Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
The Super Mario Bros. Super Show was produced by Geek Entertainment, who at the time was known for shows like Inspector Gadget.
Who also made an appearance in the show?
It starred TV star Danny Wells as Luigi and former pro wrestler Captain Lou Albano as Mario.
Please tell me Cyndi Lauper is in this.
Actually, yes, she was. See, the show consisted of two segments. One was a live-action sitcom following the Mario's everyday life in Brooklyn, and the other was an animated adventure series chronicling the never-ending battle against King Koopa, except on Fridays. Then it was The Legend of Zelda, but we're not here to talk about that.
Hey! Excuse me, princess!
Ever. The live-action segments were legitimately the best part of the show. Captain Lou and Danny Wells have amazing chemistry. You can really buy them as brothers. It's just good stuff.
Besides the live action segments, the animated segments are definitely the most memorable moments in the show. And apparently this is where things get weird. You see, the writers admitted they had no idea what to do with this franchise, so they pretty much fell back on movie parodies.
So basically every 80s movie is represented in this show. Star Wars, Bad Backs, you name it. Not to mention there's tons of covers of popular 80s songs too.
Even Danger Zone got a cover on this show. I mean, to be fair, Top Gun did have an NES game, which I covered on my channel some years ago.
I guess that's not as crazy as the amount of celebrity guests they got. We mentioned Inspector Gadget and Cyndi Lauper earlier, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's stars like Sergeant Slaughter, Nicole Eggert, Magic Johnson, Ernie Hudson, Elvira Mistress of the Dark, Vanna White.
Even the voice of Chet You Betcha and Doug Dimmadome was in this show. That, of course, being Jim Ward. But in my opinion, the best moment in the entire show is by far the ending. And why is that?
Do the Marios!
That's why. So memorable, it automatically makes it catchy.
It's cheesy, but it's tons of fun. A perfect representation of the show, really. In many ways, it's a product of its time, but it has that old school 80s charm that just makes it fun to go back to.
And you want to know what else we got in 1988? If you guessed the insane monstrosity that was the Mario Ice Capades, then well done! You get to watch it with us!
Oh, God. Yeah, I guess we may as well talk about it. The same year as Super Show, there was a musical ice skating show themed around our favorite plumbers.
Though thankfully the show had aired on a local TV show called Ice Capades, hosted by Alyssa Milano and Nick Wilde himself.
The show opens with Jason Bateman poorly explaining how to play Super Mario Bros. When suddenly the show is hijacked by Mr. Belvedere in a jester costume. Oh wait, that's supposed to be Bowser?
At least it's better than what we saw in King Koopa's cool cartoons.
To be fair, his singing isn't that bad, but the lyrics are kinda...
I'm a rude-hearted dude, keen as I can be. Ha ha! Oh yes, don't mess around with me.
I cannot even skate, which is why I ride my castle. Ha ha! Oh yes, cause that would be a hassle. And like any on ice show, from someone that attended a Disney on Ice show one time, it's expected that the costumes look off-putting. Even History Dan talked about this show while discussing Mario's costume evolution.
Ladies and gentlemen, your nightmares tonight.
Oh, what to do? What to do?
Oh, sweet mother of Cosmo, what is that?
Oh, that's nothing. Wait till you see Mario and Luigi.
Oh, Luigi. Oh, Mario. Why don't you drop in?
Yeah, you might make a crash landing.
Why does Mario sound like Fred Flintstone?
So for some weird reason, the show kidnaps children by putting them in toolboxes and giving them plungers and wrenches.
And Luigi takes out a bunch of Bowser's goons by blowing them up. Yeah, remember that from the games?
I guess he learned from his brother how to pack heat.
So did the kids, apparently.
Well, that was stupid.
I couldn't agree more.
So the ice scares take the kids back to the audience. Continuity error? As Mario and Luigi are given plumber stickers from not Peach for saving the Mushroom Kingdom from a TV virus, I guess.
Myris, you're just a sore loser. Come on, video print.
I'm gonna show you how to get arrested by a bunny cop.
And there you have it. The end of the ice capades and the end of our curiosity.
What the heck was that?
How should I know?
What do you say we move on to something a little cooler?
Like maybe The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3?
Like exactly that.
A few months after the American release of Super Mario Bros. 3, we get another cartoon series by DK Entertainment called The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. While nothing like the preceding Super Show, at least it's set primarily in the game it was based on.
I had this show on VHS as a kid, and I watched the heck out of it. So much so that to this day, I still have the intro narration completely memorized. It is a legend no one will forget. Everyone thought King Koopa had left the Mushroom Kingdom, but then his doom ship attacked. King Koopa was back, with the greatest danger ever known, his Koopa kids. Using their new superpowers, the Super Mario Brothers rescued Princess Toadstool and beat back the evil Koopa family. Like the gamer said, since Super Mario Bros. 3 gave the showrunners more to work with, they were actually able to set the show in the game world. All the iconic locales from the game are here, including Giant Land, Desert Land, Iceland, and more. Not only that, we see Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad travel from the Mushroom Kingdom to the real world a lot too. Not even kidding, there's an episode where we find out that Princess Toadstool is a huge Milli Vanilli fan. Captain Lou and Danny Wells didn't return to voice Mario and Luigi though. Instead, Mario is voiced by Walker Boone,
or for any Trekkies in the audience, Commander Lynch from Next Generation.
And Luigi is voiced by Tony Rosado, the voice of Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. Character-wise, the big addition are the Koopalings. They don't have the same names as the game, so Deke just made up new names for them. Fun fact, Iggy is voiced by Tara Strong, while Wendy is voiced by Tabitha St. Germain. So yes, 2 of the Koopalings are voiced by ponies.
But that's not all. Lemmy is voiced by Stuart Stone, who also voiced Ralphie in the Magic School Bus.
The stories were honestly pretty good too. There was a steady formula of Koopa coming up with some evil scheme and Mario and friends stopping him. But the insane situations they always got into, like Ludwig building a robotic replica of Peach, or the Koopas literally painting the town red and blue, kept things refreshing.
Or having Peach and Bowser run an election on who should rule the Mushroom Kingdom. Fearing that Peach would easily win because of her kindness, both Ludwig and Larry spray at Bowser some nice potion to make him more nice in order to gain more votes than Peach. And just like his later campaign for Mario Party 5, it would end up not going well in the end.
In my opinion, this was the best Mario cartoon, and lived up to the awesomeness of the game.
While I don't have much experience for this show, I'm glad it respects the original source material. A few differences here and there, yes, but I don't think it really affects anything in the long run. Using similar sets as well as music from the game, this is definitely a show that will be a joy to watch. You can find episodes of it on YouTube, streaming services, or even get the entire series on DVD.
But that's not the only time Mario got a game-based cartoon show. In the following year, Dick Entertainment will release their third and final cartoon show based on a Mario video game, the Super NES launch title that is Super Mario World. Is it as good, if not better, than the last one? Let's find out.
This one's a bit of an oddball. It was aired alongside the third season of another Nintendo cartoon called Captain N the Game Master in a 1-hour block called Captain N and the New Super Mario World. The two shows have nothing to do with each other outside of both being Nintendo themed, so lumping them together doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
But like its predecessor, it does also respect the original source material.
To a point. See, because Super Mario World was so heavily themed around dinosaurs, I guess Deke thought it would be a good idea to add a bunch of caveman characters, including new main character, Ugatar. He's exactly what you think he is.
Bunga, dude. Fresh from Chickle Tree. Teacher dig dudes blow bubbles.
Of course, like every other adolescent in the 90s. An attention-hungry brat that causes trouble. Just like another animated adolescent brat around that time. But let's talk about the episode that I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about. The very last episode of the series being Mom and Luigi.
The episode starts with Luigi telling Yoshi a story about how they met. What we end up with is a super abridged retelling of the game's storyline, starting with Luigi finding Yoshi in a blog and Yoshi thinking Luigi's his mother. I wish I was making that up.
But suddenly two dinosaurs show up, neither of which being Barney, as they try to eat Yoshi, but both Luigi and Baby Yoshi escape via warp pipe, resulting in them almost drowning.
After that, Yoshi and Luigi are cornered by Wigglers, until Yoshi gobbles them all up. You know, that looks a lot more disturbing in animation than it did in the game.
Hey, is this wee dinosaur giving you a hard time, little brother? I'll fix him for you.
Oh good god, Yoshi just ate Mario! Why is that such a common theme around here?
Please don't have the next Mario movie have an homage to Hotel Mario.
So anyways, Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi head to Bowser's Neon Castle where stuff happens. Seriously, this episode goes by so fast it's hard to pay attention.
So Luigi gets flattened by Monty Python.
They end up cornered by Bowser, who has a key to Princess Toadstool and also wonders what happened to his throne. Spoiler alert? Yoshi ate it.
I knew that pest was gonna cause so much trouble, but not Mario and Luigi, no.
Which brings us to the line that launched 1,000 YouTube poops.
You didn't tell me you were bringing a secret weapon, Luigi. That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario.
I never thought I'd say this, but memes galore!
That's Mama memes galore to you, gamer!
Yoshi then eats the key, which he spits out a keyhole, resulting in Princess Peach being saved. And Yoshi falls asleep.
Good night, Yoshi.
Night, Mama Luigi.
And we never got a Mario show again.
But we did get something else.
Oh, why now?
Don't act like you didn't know this was coming.
Well, there's no turning back now. Let's get this over with.
Yep, this happened. In 1993, a live-action film was produced by Hollywood Pictures, a now defunct subsidiary of the Walt Disney Company.
Ladies and gentlemen, Super Mario Bros. Made by Disney.
And from what I've heard, it's really bad.
Disney making a bad movie? What are the odds of that? This movie not only tops a lot of worst video game movies lists, but it also tops a lot of worst films of all time lists. It's a special kind of bad that ironically makes it immensely entertaining. Kinda like The Room.
Released in 1993, this movie was definitely a mixed bag. Panned by critics, but adored by audiences? Must I ask why?
I don't think we want to know, but I hope they found help. The movie opens with this bizarre animation. It doesn't look video gamey, but it's not quite like actual good animation either.
A long, long time ago, the Earth was ruled by dinosaurs. They were big, so not a lot of people went around hassling them. Actually, no people went around hassling them because there weren't any people yet.
Brought to you by Dingo Pictures on the Amiga CD32. Within see a hooded woman in the rain leaving a metallic egg with a crystal in a Catholic orphanage as she makes her way down the sewers when suddenly...
Where's the rock? In a much better Disney movie. Cut to present day where we meet the Mario Brothers, played by Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. And to give this movie some unironic credit, their chemistry is actually pretty good.
Master, what I tell you, huh? It's a miracle we made it alive. I thought you didn't believe in miracles, Mr. Tough Guy, huh?
We also meet Daisy, played by Samantha Mathis. American Psycho. That's where you know her from.
And even the Scapelli brothers, not Wario and not Waluigi, as well as the goons from Power Rangers in a cab.
Sounds like a regular day in New York to me.
And Luigi asked Daisy for dinner that night.
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
And that's exactly what they got.
But then Luigi drops this bit of info on us.
Mario here brought me up. He's been my mother my whole life. Hey. All right, my father. My father. He's been my father, my uncle, my brother, everybody.
Hey, watch it, Luigi. I'm the father here. You're the mother, remember?
That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario.
Okay, the dialogue here is really bad, but what I think he's trying to say is that their parents died when they were young, and Mario basically raised him. After some more awkward dialogue, Daisy is taken away by Iggy and Spike, and the Mario Bros. Chase them into every sci-fi movie ever made city. Oh, sorry, apparently this is supposed to be the Mushroom Kingdom. Man, it's like the game's coming to life right in front of me.
They walk through a portal predating Super Mario 64 by 3 years, and they end up in Koopa Square with references galore. Thwomps, bullet bills, wiggler cabs, and Koopa running for office? Must Mario always be involved with politics? Also, hi Aunt Petunia from Harry Potter.
This is Lena. She has no game counterpart, get used to that. She only serves as a love interest for King Koopa, played remarkably by... Dennis Hopper. Yeah, apparently he could go lower than Alpha and Omega.
He finds out that the plumbers have taken the rock that Daisy wore around her neck. But then they encounter, aw, what a nice old lady. Oh wait, never mind, she's packing heat.
Once again, are we sure they're not still in New York?
Said old lady takes the rock, only to then be taken by...
What a woman.
This is Big Bertha. Well, in the game, she was a giant cheap who swallowed you whole if you got too close. Here, she's a sexy, thick lady. Oh, and she has swamp shoes. I guess that's their explanation for how Mario characters jump? And then after that, they run into Toad.
Ain't got no water anywhere.
Who is a musician who sings political songs denouncing Koopa. You are going out of your way to not adapt the games faithfully, are you?
But he then gets arrested for doing so, as well as Mario and Luigi for being plumbers. Honestly, I can't even tell if this is better or worse than Isle Delfino. But it does lead to this scene.
Name? Mario. Last name?
Mario.
No, your last name's Segali. I thought we went over this.
Okay, what's your name?
Luigi.
Luigi?
No, Luigi Mario.
How many Marios are there between the two of you?
There's three. It's Mario and Luigi Mario.
Was that supposed to be funny? Because it wasn't, like, at all.
And if you want to be technical, Mario is actually one person. So therefore, Luigi's an idiot because Mario and Luigi Mario are literally two different people. And by the way, this is the same guy that would later boycott the newer movie.
Let's just agree that the writers were probably on mushrooms when they wrote this script.
Bogus.
No, that's all wrong. They're supposed to say, I don't know first, then you pour the slime on them. You then see the Mario Bros in a prison cell where Toad drops a ton of plot on us.
Which I'm sure has nothing to do with the game, so let's move on.
Then they get interrogated by Koopa Trump here.
Oh, so that's how Ludwig Koopa named his hotel.
Okay, seriously, are we gonna need another jar just for Mario Trump jokes?
You're fired.
And while on the subject, Koopa's the president of this kingdom. Looks like he really didn't need that nice potion.
We get a taste of that when he takes Toad and the Marios to his de-evolution chamber. Here we see Toad get turned into this movie's version of a Goomba, because science.
Wait, that's a Goomba? I think AI would do better than this. Anyway, both Mario and Luigi find mushrooms on drooping fungus.
Wow, something that actually looks like something from the game. Good job, movie, you got 1 point. Mario and Luigi then stage a daring jailbreak.
Let's go in there.
Which works because everybody in this movie is a moron.
By the way, this moment best describes the movie in a nutshell.
Spike hasn't got a thought in his brain, sir. He's a liar, sir. Between us, Iggy doesn't have a brain in his head. I agree.
He's right, you know. Nobody has a brain in this movie.
So after about 20 minutes of pointlessness, Mario and Luigi, now teamed up with Iggy and Spike, don't ask, it doesn't amount to anything, track Big Bertha down to the Boom Boom Bar, where Mario tries to use his charm to get the rock back from her.
Hey look, Fry Guy! You know, from Mario Bros. 2 USA! We're definitely faithful to the source material, honestly!
Just because you name drop anything doesn't make it any better. It just shows how much you don't care about the product it's based on.
Yeah, shockingly, the new movie did this better.
We're not there yet!
The name's Mario. I'm your main man. Ramadan, the can of Spain.
Thank you!
I need to see that a couple more times. Ah, that's better. After Mario steals the rock away from Big Bertha, Lena shows up with a squad of Goombas and takes it anyway. So this scene is completely pointless. What are we on, pointless scene number 50 at this point? The only thing more pointless than this stupid dance number was the pizza scene.
Python Pizza here, may I help you?
King Koopa here.
Oh, yes, sir.
I'd like the Koopa special.
Pterodactyl tail on that?
Yes. Dino, lizard, hold a mammal, no worms, and spicy.
And make it the same way as Big Bertha. Extra thick!
And the Mario Bros. Finally suit up in their game attire.
Okay, I'll admit it. Those costumes are pretty cool.
Modernized, but still works. Oh, and Yoshi's in this movie. Yahoo! Oh, and did you know that Daisy's father was actually the fungus this whole time?
Funny aside here, I used to have a book based on this movie that said Daisy's father was named Bowser. I am not making that up.
Well, if that's the case, then who's this Koopa guy in the book?
Still Koopa. I think whoever wrote the book knew even less about the games.
But I thought Bowser is You know what? Forget it. Let's just finish this.
So Luigi and Daisy get captured by Koopa, Mario saves Daisy's friends, and Koopa gets the rock.
As they prepare for the final destiny.
Where's my pizza? Not now. Looks like I win.
And after I finish you off, I will eat my pizza. Wait a minute. Who ate my pizza?
I was wondering where that came from.
Stranger! How dare you eat my only pizza? Grrr!
So then Mario and Koopa have an epic battle. Well, epic for this movie anyway, while Lena steals the rock back. We then get one of the most meme scenes in Mario history.
More memes galore! Lena completes the meteorite leading up to...
Man, she sure makes an impression.
Oh, what the Thanos? Actually, both the Mushroom Kingdom and Brooklyn are emerging by means of the meteorite's completion.
Koopa tries to blast Mario with a super scope, de-evolution gun, but hits Scapelli instead, resulting in...
Monkey!
Extra memes galore!
If Hotel Mario is the franchise's memorable game, then apparently this is the memorable movie of the franchise.
We are so close to the end. So Luigi and Daisy get the rock out of the meteor, separating the dimensions again. Mario and Luigi blast Koopa with the Devo guns, and the bomb somehow finds its way back to Koopa.
Mario and Luigi de-evolve Koopa to a T-Rex all the way down to Nickelodeon slime, resulting in them saving the day.
And Daisy's father gets turned back to normal. No reason, he just does.
That song title is literally the best way to describe the movie.
Then the movie ends with a teaser for a sequel that never happened.
Well, I must say we have a very exciting proposal. A video game based on your many adventures. What would you call it?
Iggy's World.
The Indomitable Spike.
The Super Koopa Cousins.
Wow. Even your post-credit scene was pointless.
Can you see why Bob Hoskins called it the worst thing he's ever done? This movie is astonishing. The writing makes no sense, the motivations are non-existent, the effects are beyond lame, and it gets absolutely everything wrong about what it's adapting. I've never seen a movie that goes so far in screwing up.
Even the Mike Myers retcon version of Cat in the Hat?
Yeah, that at least gave us the Cat in the Hat. This movie has so little to do with Super Mario Bros. That it's like it's trying to cheese you off. The literal only thing they got right was the bomb. That's pretty darn sad.
Yeah, there's literally no words that describe how terrible this movie is. Even if you're not a big fan of Mario, there's hardly any redeeming quality of making this movie any better. It's literally one of the worst casting attempts I've ever seen in my entire life.
This movie was so bad, it scared Nintendo away from doing any more movies for almost 30 years.
But at least video game movies have gotten better nowadays. And lucky for us, the Mario movie that we got to see in theaters is definitely one of the most faithful video game movies of all time. Besides the Sonic movies.
And don't worry, we'll try to keep this brief. Released in 2023 as a collaborative effort between Nintendo and Illumination Entertainment.
Wait, the same company that brought us those annoying pests?
Yep, that's the one. Nintendo decided they were the best to bring Mario back to the big screen, and the final product is actually pretty solid. It follows a lot of the same beats as the other movies and shows. Mario and Luigi, voiced in this version by Chris Pratt and Charlie Day, are plumbers in Brooklyn. They end up in the Mushroom Kingdom and get caught up in a big adventure. You've heard it all by now.
And unlike the other movie we just saw, at least this movie uses its references the right way. For example, Mario and Luigi's plumbing commercial?
We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame.
We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame.
And within the first 5 minutes, we get a voice that I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with.
Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo!
There's your Charles Martinet cameo.
Easily the best part of the movie, though? Jack Black as Bowser. He brings so much energy to the role and captures Bowser perfectly as both threatening and hilariously pathetic.
Though at least it's better than the last video game movie he did, and by that I mean the most recent one.
I am Steve.
Oh, and the Italian guy from earlier? Apparently this is not the only Charles Martinet role in the movie. It turns out that he also voiced Mario and Luigi's father, an homage, if you will, of what's to come later.
Bottom line, Illumination's Mario movie is awesome. It's funny, it's well animated, it's super faithful to the source material, and it has a ton of fan service that doesn't feel too cheap or patronizing. If you're a Mario fan, you're gonna love it.
But what makes this movie so memorable? Let's talk about some of the highlights.
Like this earworm?
Peaches, 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 peaches.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Remember in the Galaxy review when I said that Bowser got snubbed at the Oscars? This is why. Apparently the song was eligible for the Best Original Song category in any applicable award show, even though it got nominated for a Golden Globe despite losing to Billie Eilish. Neither the song nor the movie got a single nomination in any of the Oscar categories. Which is sad because I'm pretty sure that some of those movies are definitely Oscar worthy. At least for me anyway. But that's not all though. How about Mario getting a training montage from Peach voiced by Anya Taylor-Joy?
A platforming challenge set to I Need a Hero? I'm super down with that.
All I need now is a Shrek 2 version of the song by the Fairy Godmother to make it more complete.
How about the fight between Mario and Donkey Kong voiced by Seth Rogen?
As long as you get a better voice actor for King Kong. Seriously, why Fred Armisen? Also, not crediting Grant Kirkhope as the writer for the DK rap? You should be ashamed of yourselves.
All of that is true, but be that as it may, I still think this scene was seriously awesome. It felt like a Smash Bros match on the big screen.
With Tiny Mario and Cat Mario, from a game we haven't even talked about yet.
Or how about Francis?
You mean Bully Francis or Evil Francis from Deadpool?
No, I mean this shockingly menacing dog. It just cracks me up how serious he is.
By the way, is it just me, or did you just come off of Secret Life of Pets? Just thought I'd ask.
Or the scenes with Luigi in the scary mansion, and Luma in the jail cell?
The only hope is the sweet relief of death.
That kid scares me.
Jeez, imagine one of the Lumas from the Galaxy games saying stuff like that.
Or how about the Mario Kart scene?
Justice to Rainbow Road! Please have this version be featured in Mario Kart Worlds.
I think my favorite scene is the scene during the final battle against Bowser. Bowser's got Mario cornered and is about to blast him with fire, and Luigi steps in and saves his brother. It's a great scene and shows how Mario inspires Luigi to be braver.
But before that scene, I should point out that this is the 4th time Mario crashed a wedding. But yeah, with the star power up,
I am invincible!
And finishing up Bowser in the most memorable way possible.
So long, Bowser!
Resulting in Mario and Luigi saving the world.
Wahoo!
And now, a moment of silence for the very last Wahoo from Charles Martinet. And finally, a better post-credit scene.
And at long last, we finally managed to get through as much Mario we could find outside the games. Well, besides the theme parks, comics, and cereal. But overall, I think it's more of a roller coaster ride through Rainbow Road.
A lot of franchises try to cash in their cash cow to other sources of media, and Mario is definitely hit and miss. If it works, then by golly you know it works. But if it doesn't work, then please stay as far away as you possibly can. With Mario the anime, it does get repetitive at times, and some of which I don't really get. I definitely appreciate the effort that was put into it. And at the very least, it does appreciate the original source material. That's also the same with the Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World cartoons, as well as the Illumination movie. It definitely captures what most, if not all, Mario fans remember from the games, as well as other shows, like the Super Show for example. Yes, it was cheesy, but it definitely felt more early 90s. But I can assume that's what they were going for. As for the others, both definitely deserve their spot in the bottom. While the Mario Ice Capade is at the very least entertaining for the wrong reasons, the 1993 live-action Mario movie is definitely the worst way to show your appreciation to the Italian plumbers. What little there is. The acting is wrong, the overall story is wrong, the way the characters are handled are wrong, almost everything about this movie shows how wrong it is. And like I said before, there's hardly any redeeming factors from this movie, and it clearly shows. Except for the meme-worthy ones. But even after all of this, I still appreciate Mario for what he's best known for. An Italian plumber who tries to save a princess by defeating a giant shelled Koopa. And here's hoping to get more appearances of Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Bowser, and others outside the games.
There's definitely an overwhelming amount of content outside the games. Some of it's really good, some of it's really, really bad. But honestly, that's part of the fun. There's an almost universal likability to Mario that makes even the worst version of it a fun time. If you're looking for good stuff, I'd say check out the Mario 3 cartoon and the Illumination movie. The rest, tread carefully. It can range from mid to hilariously awful. End of the day though, I'm still a diehard Mario fan, and I always look forward to what this stocky plumber has in store.
You know what I think? If this video goes well, then maybe I could do a spin-off show called Outside the Games. in which I talk about other video game franchises that have also made appearances outside the games, like Sonic, Pokemon, Tomb Raider, Castlevania, Devil May Cry.
Bubsy.
Okay, that got a laugh out of me.
Well, that's a good note for me to end on.
Fair enough. I'm the Fairly Odd Gamer, and I wish you all good luck the rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Take care, everyone.
Be sure to support the channel on YouTube or Patreon, like Luke Jeffers, Scott the Hedgehog, Johnny Gallagher, and Big Money 2112. Now everyone stand up and do the Marchio. And trust me, I'm sure I won't.
Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step. And then again, let's do the Mario all together now. You got it. It's the Mario. Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step. And then again, let's do the Mario all together now. You got it. It's the Mario. Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step. And then again, let's do the Mario all together now. Come on now, just like that.